Oke, saat ini saya bersama dengan David Seagers, pemain yang berpengalaman di IBL Indonesia. Dave, how are you doing, man?
Said I'm chilling, man. Trying to stay healthy these crazy times. Go away.
Where are you now?
In New York, actually, with my family. Just chilling with spending time with my girlfriend. Just chilling.
You've been chilling inside the house because of lockdown. How long has it been?
We've been on lockdown for maybe I want to say 2 going on 3 months now. I've been on lockdown since I've been home pretty much, like right after break. So I want to say 2 months, maybe going on 3 months now. Hey, it's supposed to be up on May 15th. So we'll see what happens.
How's the situation right now in New York?
I mean, it's a pretty crazy time. Like, it's crazy to see it, to be a part of it and see like what's really going on in the world. But it hasn't really affected me directly, closely, but it's a crazy part of it now.
How do you keep yourself busy during this lockdown?
I mean, I got a crazy dog that sits under my lap every day. Under my lap.
Oh, what's his name?
Blue. And then I got my niece. And I got my kid who should be going to sleep, right? But I'm gonna say good night. Good night.
Oh. Hi,
Hello?
what's your name?
Jayla.
Hey, Jayla. What time is it in New York?
It's 10 o'clock. It's bedtime for Jayla, right?
It's bedtime for you? All right. So,
That's my.
all right. Dave, let's talk about, basketball a little bit. The reason, I tried to get an interview with you, we're not going to talk a lot about the IBL, but I'm going to talk a lot about the 3x3 because you've been part of the team that's been, competing in the 3x3 for quite some time now. With this pandemic, I think all the event for 3x3 has also been suspended, right?
Everything is canceled now.
Everything's canceled. Yeah.
The Olympics for the year, everything is canceled.
Okay.
But hopefully, it's not. I wouldn't say canceled. It's been stopped, kind of like
suspended,
kind of
right?
like. And we're just waiting for further notice to see what we do with the season.
Dave, since you already have the experience, a lot of experience with 3x3, could you tell us, how's the game of 3x3 basketball different substantially with the conventional 5-on-5?
How is the game different?
Yeah,
it's so much quicker.
Okay.
Much faster. 12 seconds. The conditioning is different. It's much different conditioning that you should have to be prepared for. It's just such a different game compared to 5-on-5 for me. And growing up, all I knew was 5-on-5. And in the park, when we were younger, you play 3-on-3. So you learn how to play 3-on-3. But now it's such a different game than when we was growing up in the regular neighborhood parks. And it's so different than what you're regularly used to playing, But it's so fun. I love it. You travel around the world, and it's been great for me. And I love my teammates that have been great, and it's quite a ride. To see 2 years, it's exciting to be a part of it,
How do you approach the game differently from playing 5-on-5 to playing 3x3?
How do I approach the game different? I don't approach it differently. Every time you approach the game is to win. I approach it to win, play hard, and I approach the game like it's my last game because realistically, you never know when it's your last game anywhere. And we see that we see that with the coronavirus. You just never know when the game will be taken from you. So now I have even more love for it where I'm never going to take the game for granted now because this really can be taken from you in a blink of an eye.
Sure. When you play the game of 3x3, do you also have a strategy? Because the game is so fast, different. I mean, in the 5-on-5, you have a 24-second shot clock. In the 3x3, you only have 12 seconds.
Definitely plays that we run and you practice, and the better teams practice more than the team not so better. And the more you practice and the more continuity you have on the 3-on-3 court is the better you will play. And just being together and playing together, you will learn a strategy, and you learn plays, and you learn what works for you and your teammates, and that's how you win games in 3-on-3. It's not about who's the best player. It's not about who has the most skill. It's who's playing together, who's working the hardest, and who's hitting shots on this particular day. You got to play defense too, and that's the biggest part of it.
Does size matters in 3x3?
It matters, but nah, not really. One of the best players in 3-on-3, probably the best scorer in 3x3 is my teammate Damo Jones. He's the shortest person in the whole circuit, and you can't stop him on defense. So you can't tell me size matter. And defensively, he's gonna play tough, and he's one of our leaders, and we go as he leads us realistically. And he's not even 6 feet.
That's very
He's my son, though. He's my other son. Shout out to my boy Kat, Marcel, Kadani, Joey. Those are my boys.
Dave.
And our coach, Jess. Jess is the best.
Okay. Dave, just give us like go through, like, what kind of scheduling you have with the 3x3 tournaments. Is it like a monthly thing, or is it like a weekly thing, or what is
Last
it
year,
like?
that was ever in 3-on-3, because we started the year as a ranked team, and as you win more games, you get more rank, and you get more events though. So last year we were really active. We won maybe 7 challenger events that took us to world tours. So we were active, gaining points. So this year we started the year as pretty high ranked, and I actually lost wholly your question. What was your question again?
No, just take us through what is scheduling like for a 3x3 tournament.
Like you never know. Like if it could be, you can have a month of you going traveling every week, or you can have a month of you not going anywhere. So it's up and down depending on how you do. But the higher ranked teams, they always do more events, so their schedule is more active. And with Team Harlem coming in as like the year as a top 5 team, I think we're number 4. It's just gonna be so many more events looking ahead, So see what happens.
Some people told me that 3x3 is you can say it's easy money for play basketball. They say you can only play 2-3 days over the weekend, and you can get back tens of thousands of dollars. Is it true?
It's not easy money. You're gonna work. You're gonna have to go out there, and ain't nobody gonna just give you the money. So, in every tournament you go to, you gonna go to work. So don't think it's easy. You run into the right people, you're gonna have your tournament's over. You're going home with nothing. That's the thing. If you don't win, if you don't place in top 2 or 3, you don't get nothing. You go home with nothing, and you got to figure it out. Like, how am I gonna get paid? Especially if this is your job. Like basketball's your job, like my job. So I don't have no way to make money if I don't win basketball, right?
If there are some Indonesian players who wants to compete in 3x3, what kind of advice can you give to them?
I mean, a 3x3, a couple of them actually don't won a world tour already. So I'm sure some of them. What's the dude name? What was the 3 dudes that won the world tour from the Indonesia team?
I think Rivaldo. And then the old guy is Rama. Rama become the assistant coach now.
Rama, he's in charge of the 3-on-3, and they got the other. So they got more advice than I would, but
I mean,
I don't got no advice for no one playing 3-on-3. Don't try to join it, because then you just gonna try to make it hard for me. So just stay out of the 3-on-3.
All right, Dave. Let's get back to the conventional basketball right now. You play in the IBL, for Bima Perkasa, but beforehand you already played for several teams, so from Pacific Cesar, and then you have so many experience in the IBL. What do you think about the competition in the IBL in 2020?
It was up. It was definitely up this year. The three imports changed the game.
Hmm.
Like it made the game more exciting. It made the games more fun. I enjoyed the three. I didn't really get to play many games, but I just seeing and being part of the three people and my teammates there. Like, and I wish I would have really got to get it going with them.
Mm.
But the competition was up. Some of the imports were really impressive. I really like some of the kids. I like Jacobo. I like Cotton. They were like really explosive. And then you had the vets coming back. You had like Jacobs, you had Wiggins. Those are some of my favorite guys to play against always. And it was exciting. It was exciting, yeah, and I was looking forward to being a part of it. And fortunately, but looking forward to coming back and hopefully things work out and I could get back to or somewhere.
There's also another new rule implemented in the IBL 2020, which is the height limit for the import players. It's only only 6'6". Do you think that the rules should stick around, or do you think the rules need to be changed?
I watched some of the other videos, and I seen I seen Dior answer this question. He answered it like perfect, and I love the way he answered it. Like, you can in Indonesia, they have the market where they can do a full year season, and they can do under 6. They could do over no height limit. They could do straight locals, and
Right.
it could be. And that's a perfect market for it. And I think the teams are big. It's exciting, and I think it'll work for the IBL. So.
So basically, when they import players, there's supposed to be no limit for the height for the import player, right?
I mean, it didn't matter this year. This year we've still got some really good bigs. Lohorn was. You had Glover. You had Goodman. You had you had Waters, Anton come back. So you had some really good bigs in the league. But it wasn't like, you can't get a big man, you can't compete. There was still some very, very good bigs in the league. So I was just looking forward to seeing what we had in what was going to happen in the playoffs with the 3 imports, because that was different for sure.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the season is cut short because of the pandemic. We cannot watch it. But
money was crazy itself. Everything about it, man.
Yeah. From your perspective, I mean, do you see any particular local players that you see improve a lot in the IBL 2020?
I like Jericho from Pacific. He really got his confidence up as the season went on. He didn't really start off like as I would have liked for him, but as the season went on, you could see his confidence got it going. And I like Jericho. And of course, my favorite player in Indonesia is my teammate, my man Nuka. And I always think he improved. He didn't play last year, and I seen him as a rookie, and just to see how confident he was this year. And even though he wasn't playing his best basketball this year, you could just tell like he's one of the better players, and he improved so much. He worked so hard, and I love Nuka's my boy.
Okay. Well, with the you mentioned the name of Deshaun Wiggins, and Deshaun played for NSH. Were you surprised the NSH has become the elite team, become the top team coming to the end of the IBL 2020?
I wasn't surprised. They were first place last year too, and they had a realistically chance to win the championship had he not got hurt last year.
Yeah.
So I've been watching some of the videos, and a lot of people are overlooking what Wiggins was doing last year, but he was a really good player for NSH, and he changed that culture a lot. And they had really good pieces this year with Glover. He was playing really well for them, so they were a good team last year. But this more seasoned, they got a couple of aspect players. They were just more confident. Wiggins was in and out the lineup, and he was a little hurt, banged up this year. He was still one of the tougher players. He had a couple 30-point games this year, and it was like, yeah, we're overlooking Wiggins because he's important. Yeah. He was really good.
I mean, other than I mean, since you're not playing the IBL, but objectively speaking, which team do you think have the best chance to win it all?
Lohorn always got a chance. Realistically, you can't. No one's going to stop Lohorn to just. NSH had a chance. I think every team realistically had a chance, and every team could be beat by any team this season, which was fun to be a part of. I don't know. I even think before I left, I think Bima Perkasa, we could have won the championship. We were missing a couple pieces, but I didn't think we were that far off. We beat SM, we beat Hang Tuah. We lost 2 games to like the better teams, Polita and Louvre. So it was like, I thought we panicked a little bit. I thought we had the pieces, but we don't know. I think probably Polita if I had to choose a winner.
Because of your Lohorn, right?
And you can't take away from Bridgewater. He's a very, very solid player. Very smart, very strong. Like whoever matched up with him in the playoffs was gonna have a tough time, and it would have been fun to see.
Hey Dave, just share us your fondest memories of playing IBL.
My fondest memory had to be the walkout game when we didn't play in the playoffs. I've never been a part of nothing like that, and I was ready to go, bro. I was ready. I was souped up. I was like, yo, we're gonna win today. We played one game. I didn't play. We played one game that season. I played with no import and no Nuka. There's going to be the second game we've had no Nuka, no import. The first game, 40-16 with no import. And I was like, we're not losing in this playoff game. And I was so excited. And then the boss decided, like, yo, we're not playing. And my dad was there. It was so like heartbreaking to be a part of that. And I could wish we could go back and do that over. But that had the fondest memory. It was the end of my MVP. Like, I won the MVP that season. This is how we're going to end it. We worked too hard for this, especially like we went through 3 imports that season. It was crazy.
Hey, if you have to choose, if you can choose, the city in Indonesia where you can live in and play for a team, would you, do you have like a favorite city that you have within, among Surabaya, Yogyakarta, and Jakarta and other city?
I mean, of course, we need to make a new Bali team. I love to play on a Bali team. If I had to choose 2 teams I played for, I don't want to pick no favorites, but
no, not the team, but the city. I mean, you've been in Indonesia for quite some time now. Which city that you say that okay, I can live here?
I love Jogja City. A nice city to live in. Much better to me for living in than Pacific. But Pacific being the first thing I was a part of is special to me. I had my MVP season there. I brought my dad out that year, and it was like Pacific is special to me. And I hope looking forward some things could happen, and it'll happen.
All right, Dave. Thank you for the interview. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us. And we pray together that all these things can go over really quickly, and we can go back to our normal life really quick.
Right, man. Bless you. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Dave. Stay safe, all right?